guest. Welcome back. You're listening to the Cindy Laverty Show, and I'm joined today by Michael Friedlander. We're talking about his really fascinating book, Detecting the Scam, Nelson Mandela's Gifts, right? Where can people find this, Michael?
They can find it on Amazon. Amazon.com. It's in a digital and real-life version.
And you have a website also.
And I have a website. You can get it from the website.
And that is?
That's detectingthescam.com.
Detectingthescam.com. And Michael's got a nice little video there. And, well, you can see him on Ustream if you're watching it on the internet here. But, yeah, it's a great website.
That's not a good advertisement. Yeah.
I spent a lot of time on your website. I found
really?
I found it very interesting. Okay, you help small businesses. And there's lots of entrepreneurs today starting up businesses because they're out of work. So do you get involved with these people? I think I think as an entrepreneur myself, it's easy to get caught up in fear, and fear leads to people taking advantage of you. So what are some tips that you would have for someone starting up? What do we need to know? I know it's a huge question.
Well, look, without sounding too much like a philosopher king here, I think you have to start off by trusting yourself. I mean, it sounds a little nebulous maybe, but you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself that if what you're looking at is a duck, it's a duck. Okay? And if something looks wrong, you've got to take a closer look at it. You've got to take a deep breath. That's really important. In terms of coming across scammers, there's some signs. There's some real signs.
All right, let's talk about what those are.
One of the real fears that any scammer has, and let me just interrupt myself a second. A scam is a lie.
Yes.
It's a lie. It's designed to get you to do something or not do something. A bad business deal isn't a scam unless there's a lie associated with it. So to detect the scam, you have to try and find the lie. So you've got to listen really well. You've got to look. The thing that scares scammers the most is time.
Okay.
Because the more time they give you, the more time you have to ask questions, and the more questions you ask, the more difficult it becomes for them.
Right.
So what a scammer will always do, always, is they'll say, you absolutely positively have to do this deal now, otherwise you're going to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
It's urgent. If you don't do it now, you're going to lose it. Somebody else is going to get it. As soon as somebody starts telling you it's absolutely positively urgent that you do something now, you've got to take a deep breath, take a step back, and really think about why there's such a great need for speed.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, people laugh when I tell them this, but honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've done this. When people have approached either my clients or me with a deal that's unbelievable, that has to be done quickly, I ask them this question, okay, which irritates the crap out of them, but it does, okay. I said, what did I do to deserve being offered this wonderful opportunity? I mean, why me? Why me, you know? You've got all of these great contacts, all of these great people that you know. Why wouldn't you go to them? Why me? You don't know me from Adam. And, you know, it's an interesting question.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So, well, I think what also happens with entrepreneurs is that when you think you're going to start this business and you don't have any accounting stuff in order and you don't have any legal stuff in order, and then it's just sort of like a hobby business, you know?
Yeah.
Don't you think that someone has to, like, if you're going to run a business, you're really going to run a business, and there's various components of the business that you're not able to do?
No, that's right. That's right. I mean, look, in any business, you know, my favorite Winston Churchill quote is when he said something like, out of great complexities, great simplicities arise.
Yes.
You know, somebody can come with something really huge, but actually it's quite simple if you really break it down. And in any business, you need a back office. You need support, accounting and other kinds of support. And you need a sales force to go out and sell or market or do whatever you're going to do. And if you spend all your time on the back office, you may have a great back office, but you'll never sell anything.
Right.
But if you sell stuff and you can't deliver what you've just sold, you're also not going to do very well. So there has to be a balance.
So what you're saying, though, is that takes cash.
Well, it does take cash, but
that takes cash.
You know, my
liquidity.
It does, but my former partner, Shadow Stevens,
mm-hmm.
had this absolutely great saying that I have stolen from him. Okay.
Well, no, you didn't. You just gave him credit.
No, I give him credit. He said this. He said, do something simple, but do it brilliantly.
Yes.
And, over the years, I've thought about that a lot, and it's so true. Do something simple, but do it really, really well. And I think too many people are trying to do too much in a mediocre kind of way.
Right.
And it doesn't work. You've got to be really good at what you decide to do.
Well, and I think you can step into a crowded arena, and if you do it really, really well, then you don't have any competition.
But competition isn't bad.
No, competition's great. But I mean, it's about standing in your own integrity and going,
That's right.
I'm going to do this better than anybody.
That's exactly right. And people recognize that and respect it, I think.
Yeah, yeah. What negotiation skills do business owners need to master?
How much time you got?
Not a lot.
What I did is I took from Nelson Mandela's negotiating experience with the South African government these 10 powers.
Yes.
And you've got to walk and chew gum at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to understand that negotiation is a process. It's a long process, but you have to be able to listen.
Can you learn it?
Yes, I think you can learn it, but you have to understand. I think all of these particular skills we just have to apply them, but we don't think about applying them enough in context.
Is that because we don't trust ourselves?
No, I think it's because we sometimes don't realize we're in a negotiation when we're in the negotiation.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
Yeah, a lot of people in the business and law schools talk about negotiation in the context of conflict resolution.
Right.
You and I can negotiate about something without there being any conflict.
Absolutely.
And
we're always in negotiation.
Right, that's right.
All right, I got to take a quick break. Stay with us. You're listening to Cindy Laverty Show. I'll be right back with Michael Friedlander.